Hey Clash's ground was nerfed because of the druids, but air is as strong as it has ever been. And this strategy specifically has two incredible advantages. The first one, there's no super troop in this army, so you don't have to spend any dark elixir whatsoever. The next thing is the equipments. This strategy can be used with so many equipments. You can go Spiky Ball with the Earthquake Boots. Vampire Stash works as well, but to be honest, a lot of times I like the Earthquake Boots better to lead your queen into the base so she can reach second layer defenses. But you can go with Spiky Ball or with the Gauntlet. I will show you all of those different combinations in this video. For the queen though, we want to go with Healer Puppet and the Giant Arrow. That is a pretty set equipment combination. That is like literally the best what you can do for air attacks. And then for the Warden, you can go with the Rage Gem, you can go with the Healing Tome. That is completely up to you. Let's just get started with the Healing Tome and then later do some attacks with the Rage Gem. For the Rage Gem, the same story. You can go with the Rocket Spear and the Shield, but you can go with Haste and Hot Rider Puppet as well if you have them unlocked. The only important thing is that you have those equipments on a decent level. And that's the cool thing about this. Use whatever you want as long as you have it on a decent level, and even as a free-to-play, you should have those things unlocked really easy, because take a look at this. This is like one epic equipment, and we know all stereo ores are right now the really annoying resource to farm, because they are sadly not in the star bonus. Well, no epics really needed. But let's just start things off with one more epic. I think this combination to start things off, and then we're going to switch around a little bit in the video. Let's get started. And whenever I'm doing those attacks, I want to make sure that I take down one of those, sweepers with a Giant Arrow. That's one of the main targets. So for this one, I think what we could possibly do, let's go for this sweeper. And I think we're going in from this building. So we're going to draw the line. I hope it's somewhat, yeah, that's pretty good. And this means we need to deploy the queen right here and then should be able to get everything. With the Dragon's Den from the top side, I think King will be placed here to then use the equipment like the Gauntlet and the Earthquake Boost to get into that single, and then we have those dragons pushing in. And this sweeper should actually help us pushing it into the Town Hall. So let's get the job done. So first off, let's make sure that the queen angle is correct. Like this. That works, amazing. Now like this, Baby Dragon right here. Now the dragons in from the top side. I will distract this. Let's use that King ability. Dragon Riders in. And then we're going to have the blimp from the far side. Why does it work? Pretty easy, because we have the clones. Let me just show you. Warden ability now. The healing is there. Unfortunately, the queen is going a bit too far into the core, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. Okay, and now we have to clone all the way to the town. Or can we actually? No, we cannot reach the town hall. That's as well fine. It's not the best, but typically we're trying to clone towards the town hall. On this one should be fine as well, because we can just use the Royal Champion to snipe the town hall with the Rocket Spear. We could do that as well with the Hot Rider Puppet, but this is obviously a little easier here. We have two more freezes, which we can do. The Fox sometimes is incredibly good, sometimes is really bad. Like if the Fox, for example, is being stuck on outside buildings, he is the MVP with the Rocket Spear. If he's not... Oh, I'm talking too much. Like, we're not... No, I should have frozen this. I was talking to... Okay, we have so many troops left here on this one. Like, there are so many dragons. So what I tried to say is that if the Fox is stuck on the outside buildings, he's a really good MVP and a really good pet for the Rocket Spear. But if that's not the case, that is then getting problematic. And this is then kind of where, for example, other pets are more useful. But I kind of like to go with the Fox, even though there are problems. And I hope I don't have thrown this attack because I was talking too much. But I think we should be still alright. And yeah, there's just, I think, too many dragons for the Monolith to clear. But if I would have not talked as much, I could have just frozen the Monolith and would have taken it up with one of the earlier Dragon Riders. But it's going to be a 3-star anyways. With this strategy, it's really the most important thing to learn how you angle and get the value with the Giant Arrow. That is really the game-changing thing you have to learn. But let's just do another attack, and this time we're going to switch around the equipment. Instead of using the Gauntlet with the Earthquake Boots on the King, we're going to use the Spiky Ball now with the Earthquake Boots on that King. On the Warden, instead of the Healing Tome, the Rage Gem, and on the Royal Gem, we're going in with the Hot Rider Puppet and that Haste Vial. Let's do it. As well, if you're wondering why exactly am I using a Dragon Rider with loons, the super simple answer is that I am, I'm gemming my donations, and this is costing less than if I would donate 10 loons. 10 loons work as well, pretty much works the same, but let's just get this started. Clan Castle is, okay, how do we do this? I think we can just snipe against the air defense with getting that angle right, hopefully. But let's just start on the other side because there is no king. We can use it like this. Perfect. Then the loons, the dragons, Baby Dragon, Dragon Riders, Warden. Can use the king here. And now the blimp all the way to the town hall. Warden ability in just a second. Right now. I think we caught everything. Nice, nice, nice. Looking good. I think we only need one clone here. We only need one clone. We can clone actually the dragons into the core. That is fine, that's fine. Let's just freeze this now. The Dragon Rider now is going to clutch the channel. I like that. Let's just do another clone of the core. We can perfectly clone dragons, by the way. That's just really, really nice. And now we can as well get into the back end because of my king, the Earthquake Boots. Just like that, everything open. It's amazing. Nice. So, next step for us is going to be send the Royal Champion. Let's distract this, and this base is just gone yet again. I love this strategy. It's just so crazy, and especially it's so free to play friendly because so many equipments work. So many stuff overall works really, really nicely. Just use the Royal Champion ability to spawn some protection with the Horde Riders. They can clear the rest. And the Warden Rage Aura is working like a charm as well. There is always pros and cons, I would say, with the Rage Gem versus the Healing Tome. If you're going into like a really... like a stacked core with 3 multi-inferno towers being raged up, I think the Healing Tome is a little bit better in keeping your dragons alive. But the Rage Gem is just better if there's, for example, like not as much splash. Like in this one, we had one single inferno tower, for example, where the Rage Tower, the Rage Gem is then, in my opinion, way better. So both have pros and cons. Both are completely viable to use as long as you have one of those two equipments upgraded, which is really likely because, I mean, let's be honest. Like, Eternal Tome is probably the most used, like, most upgraded Warden equipment. But next to it is probably the Healing Tome. Rage Gem is quite popular as well, and both work completely fine. So, for the last one, let's just go with the equipment combination, which is my personal favorite with this strategy. And my personal favorite is, I don't know why, but I really like the Gauntlet recently. Not because maybe the strongest, it just feels so nice to have such a tanky king in front of your troops. Then Queen, nothing changes. I like the Rage Gem personally a little bit better. And then we're going with the spear and the shield. But let's get things started. I would like to get both of those sweepers, and for that we have to go from the top side. Let's quickly again figure something out, like from this to... how do we do this? If I do it like this, does this work? Should work, yeah, it should work if I get the angle right. It won't be an easy angle though whatsoever. We can always snipe the town hall. And since this attack is really quick, like I don't have to rely as much on time, so I have more time to plan. But let's get this right. Is this... Yes! This work. This is just beautiful. That's exactly what I was looking for. Oh my goodness, that was gorgeous. Let's go. We can use the king in front of the queen. And then we're just going to blimp. I won't blimp towards the town hall. Because I think I can just snipe the town hall with the Royal Champion. That's the cool thing about like this creative aspect. Let's just freeze this. Now clone everything here. Rage. Yeah, clones just everywhere. Every black mine which is in this... Oh, that's not good. That is not good that there are so many tests. I want to snipe that town hall, but I think with the king, we should be able to get it. Let's just freeze this back end. Ooh, that's nice. That's a nice freeze. Let's distract the back end as well with the skeleton. And this base is just... Take a look at this. This is so crazy. No super troop. No fancy equipment. Like, I don't know. It's just cool. I mean, the concept was there with the rocket spear, but to be honest, with the king walking around the side and the queen following, we did not even need that Royal Champion with our equipment. But yeah, give it a try on your own. Like, if you're struggling right now with ground attacks, don't worry. Air attacks are right now in such a good place. Don't worry either. I'm not saying that because I think there will be a nerf or anything coming soon. I know people are paranoid right now. If you're asking for my honest opinion, I think right now there is no outlier when it comes down to spells or to troops. The Druid were an outlier for sure, so I can understand the nerf. I still think the timing right before the Clan War League was really, really poorly planned from Supercell, but they were an outlier and they had to be nerfed. But otherwise, I think right now, all of the other troops and spells as well are on a pretty similar strength level. And I know as well that people are afraid of a Fireball nerf because it's really popular in pro play. But trust me, currently Supercell is balancing a lot on the overall hit rate of the casual players, which means of the entire player base. And as everyone knows, we have way, way, way more casual players in the game than those who are calling themselves pro or competitive players. So yeah, Fireball nearly got a buff, okay? So they're really far off nerfing the Fireball. So that's the good news right there. And well, otherwise that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. And the link for this video is always down below in the description. I wish you guys back tomorrow. Until then, see ya and bye-bye.